Just trying to get a peek, waits for the util to come through, but another late flash, and Potter's already through. Stack's getting a nice double, but Potter gets another one to equalize that. Potter holding on to the site. Meteor seeing if he can get a peek. They get the ping, but it's a little bit too late. Door already closed. That's enough time for the spike to get planted.
Yeah, now it just has to come down to the bullets for both squads. Potter holding a good angle, finds a headshot.
Yeah, very good pre-fire. As soon as he caught a glimpse of the shoulder, he just keeps spamming it right on that crosshair placement. Chichu very low, scared to peek out first, gets a little bit of information. He's not going to go for it again. Toast has to get at least one kill here to open things up for Chichu on that cross angle. They heard the drop. Toast trying to reposition. He doesn't want to get pinched. He's trying to find one. Chichu has to peek out with him, but they won't find the timing. Meteor still holding the angle as well.
There you go. Catches Potter, so that's a nice find.
Yeah, I mean, he gets away scot-free, so that's a big one, right? They invested a shock dart drone and a scout, and nobody still waits for Meteor to peek out. Make sure that Potter can get out safely as well. Nobody, of course, that veterancy now coming in, especially now as an IGL. He's had some time throughout the later half of the year, won champions with that role. So truly now the leader of EDG. And with that, mid's wide open. You imagine if the Killjoy's watching mid, who's watching B, right? I mean, we're not hearing the Odin spam. We're not really seeing any of that happening just yet. Here on what is meant to be the bonus round for T1. Buzz can't quite land it, and quick enough to get two. Only gets him down to 10 HP. Simon still able to win out that trade.
Yeah, this is looking really, really strong right now for EDG. Potter as well getting involved. Takes Stacks down. Easy with this Odin, being very cautious, trying to dodge that spam as much as you can. You're going to want to keep that gun.
Yes.
For sure. So I think at this point, Sylvan can go and try to steal a few guns away from the side of EDG. You can look at their creds. They're very, very low. So
a little bit misplaced there. Doesn't go quite deep enough, and that's just going to be a team flash instead of going all the way deep into Marcus. Now they have to go in blind, but nobody. How does he win that? Even with the pre-fire from Izu on the Odin, he's spot on onto the headshot. Meteor can't quite connect onto the second, so Potter still opens up that market. Picks up the spike as well. Now, not enough backup to enter the site confidently. Simon going for a little bit of delay and a little bit of information. He realizes now they know with the turret that there is a peek out of A short, but that means we're going to rush into B. Stacks just trying to fill the site. Back up nowhere in sight. He has to stay alive long enough. Fragment to push him in. Sees the drop. Trying to win that 1v1, but can he stay alive long enough? Sylvan has now arrived, but he's already tied up from main. A dicey situation for Stacks, and he just has no idea that Simon's already made it past the boxes. Thinks he might still be in the center of the site. And now it's just Buzz with an operator. Does he go for the save? I mean, he looks like he wants to go for kills, but if he cannot find one from main here on this angle, you gotta just back off.
Yeah, I agree.
You can worry about the ping not staying on long enough before the door closes, but it's just a giant old mess on the site as T1 holding on. Buzz able to get a shot off through before he gets traded off. Meteor still staying alive with the Sheriff. You have to respect these Sheriffs. And T1 now, they have him surrounded. The spike is down. Potter can't collect it unless he fights through everybody.
This is very, very difficult now, especially with some of the gun upgrades that are going to be floating in for the side of T1. They also have some vision on this spike. Going to be picked up or not. Oh, there you go. Meteor just playing off the angle there.
Again, staying alive, just barely missing it all the time. And with that, T1 now have a bit of interest in mid. They want to re-clear this. Potter is trapped. They're very well aware of this. They should, I mean, with everyone here, yeah, they should. Oh! Buzz waits patiently until the very end, finds him on the float. Izu eventually goes down, but no space quite taken here for EDG, and Buzz, gets him right through the edge of that wall and finds out on that second peek that he will finish off and secure the kill. Sylvan now waiting for it, 0 point spotted, gets ready for both, and that's the cleanup here from T1. Well into Izu's hand, and T1 looking like they're in a good position for that defense. EDG will have another round of a couple rifles here, just a Sheriff for nobody, but Buzz gets Chichu again, and Chichu just not able to create the space. No corner clear here for Potter. Just completely unaware that Sylvan's holding that switch.
And Sylvan able to use that paranoia to make sure he can safely get into Gen in case the execute was pushed by EDG. And they are, I mean, this was a quick reaction from T1. As soon as that 0 point came through, another nice shot from Buzz. But as soon as that 0 point came through,
choose, is it mid to B? Do we go back to A? Trying to open up their options a bit. And T1's answer to this is just shoving out B main and peeking down mid. Shuts down all sorts of possibilities. A good read off that timeout. Almost gets a second as well. But he's still holding that back line. Meanwhile, Meteor gets a trade for one, but eventually gets taken down. So it's going to be Izu all alone. Buzz is ready. Now, what a well-placed fragment. pushes him off of that early angle. He's just going to have to wait for the cross, see if anyone actually dares to take that leap. Oh, one does, but Buzz gets scratched up. He's going to have to back off. Izu all alone with the Odin. The Odin's a good weapon to have here, but he is all alone. You're not going to have the greatest support. No command at the ready, but no flash drives for Stacks. So they have to jump in, and Izu's just praying and spraying as he stays alive. Silva now coming in for that backup. Chichu takes him down 1v1. Bladestorm at the ready. Chichu, he'll fall off of his sneeze, and Buzz gets it with the Bladestorm. EDG, this is really the do or die here with 3 members at 100 or less creds. So even with a half armor, things start to get a little bit dicey if you want to go for those rifles. And it's not looking like a good start. Nobody gets just pushed out and right into the sight lines of Buzz. That's an early kill, but that's the Silva trying to back away after using Yuto. So T1, no reason to go for these over-rotates. They suspect, okay, for the next 20 seconds, it's still an A hit, and they would be correct. We are going to see Silva stuck in hell, but he's going to get the kill, so he's still alive. Stacks with the cover from Heaven, and now Buzz in the site as well. Just nowhere for this spike to go. It has to be another save from EDG, surely.
Yeah, I would think so.
He's ready for it. He's ready for another, but here's a dash. He sees him with the shorty. He gets one, but it's a little bit too late. Already the distance closed in from EDG, and they'll start to push in. Simon with a nice hit. Izu does clean up nobody with Hunter's Fury. Lockdown now coming up from Meteor, just trying to buy time, allowing for Izu to get here with the Odin. Spike will still get planted. The Meteor just wants to defend that lockdown, wants to push them out of the site, put them into an uncomfortable position, but Simon has, and sometime, picked up the operator, and he gets a 3K total for the round. They'll continue to ramp up the pressure all the way to 11, going for the tempo play, but can't quite get in yet. The fragment holds him at bay. They're not clearing their quarters just yet, but Meteor just cannot track him across his screen. Toast comes in for the trades. Izu will continue to hold, but for how long? Just long enough for that kill through the wall. Chichu falls. Now operator in the hands of Izu. He's trying to keep them at bay. It's going to be a 1v2. Operator going to be the weapon of choice for the time being from Izu. There are some Vandals right in front of him if he so chooses, but wants to find a pick. Clearing out one angle at a time. There's too many options. Recon Bolt gives him time to switch out weapons. Knows there's one right close by. Damage done. I mean, nobody's job right now is just to buy time. Doesn't need to actually go in for this fight. Nobody jumps a little too far, but he's still alive. That's what matters. As Toast, almost 0 health on the site itself. Izu gets the read. Does he get the call about the 4 HP? Surely he does. Izu waiting. Will he peek out? Doesn't go for the spam just yet, and Toast is ready on an off angle.
Around this utility pretty well so far, but are they going to be ready for this 3-man stack that you've got?
Oh, EDG, they don't spawn anyone, so they're just going deeper with the flash, and he actually still finds one before he gets out. Good for the second, and now he's stabilized. Nobody's there for support, and Potter gets out free. Takes some damage, but he's still alive. That's what matters. He's still hunted down. That's for the 3K for the youngster. Being called up for the EDG squad. I mean, sure, it's an off-season event, but it's still so much pressure to be representing the world champion brand. But he's delivering on this second pistol.
Yeah, he's looked good on the pistols, that's for sure. That's a great setup for him, too. I mean, you know, EDG doing a good job of using their util to put their duelist in a position to succeed, and he does. And that's all. That's teamwork, that's coordination, that's skill. All those things come together there. Meteor trying to find some way in hell to get this plant down. He's going to get spotted and isn't able to find that early shot. Trying to use the turret, but it's cleared off with the smoke. I mean, nope.
Yeah, the smoke was there too, and I mean, he's just waiting.
30 seconds
and he's good with his shots, but it's just too many. Potter with a 4K. He emptied it, but they just wanted to clear out mid. They cleared out the courtyard. They cleared out B main. So EDG now holding the positions they want here for the retake, but a well-timed null command is going to deny all sorts of util. So now EDG just have to come in, guns blazing, and the guns aren't looking great. Buzz gets a little bit aggressive, just trying to shove them off, right? Make sure that it's not a flood in after the first target. But there was some risk involved as that is a rifle given over. Stacks will still be able to clean up Potter. So now all eyes trained on to Heaven, and EDG surely you're not going to be able to find much success. They'll just start to dive in, do whatever damage they can, but at this point it's not looking very promising. Stacks with a 4K on Ascent. He'll be able to continue to bring the lead back.
Home ground. Like that's where they were really doing a ton of their damage against Zeta, against RRQ even. They were destroying on their attacker side, but here it's getting shut right down, and there you go. Potter just waits it out. Stacks goes for the peek. The good crunch from nobody as well. Izu down. T1 finally Buzz answers, but Chichu's right there.
Yeah, and Meteor left all alone on the B side. Sylvan left all alone on the A side. They both got to fight their way through it. I mean, ideally, Meteor's able to come in, maybe get the kill against nobody, but not going to be in time.
30 seconds left.
Pushed away, pushed out, Spike stranded and spotted. See if Potter's going to be ready for this potential wraparound. He smells it. He smells something. Fishy coming out, and he finds just a jiggle. The pop flash again. Ooh, Buzz getting scratched up, trying to reposition. He's been shoved out. They're now all crowded around Jen, and Buzz just can't get the pick. And after the Blade Storms are down, your options are so limited. As Sylvan and Stax each get one, but that's the end of the story on that round for T1. To the end, but they're not quite sure if anyone's watching it. Potter gets that kill, and he knows that that's the only one he spotted, so this is a pretty big tell that it's going to be B. The question is, Chichu, can he stay alive? And is there going to be that pop flash from afar from Simon? He's getting closer. Nobody's already snuck in. Got a single kill for himself. Simon will be starting to look to jump out of that smoke, but not quite in position just yet. As Chichu has been taken down. The three members of EDG waiting for the smokes to clear the nano swarms, going for a full-on retake, but he's been stopped, suppressed. Util still not available here for EDG. Time starting to tick down against Spike. You've still got about 30 seconds. Now coming down the stairs, all grouped up, watching each other's backs, going for that double swing. Aside with the line up for Meteor, gets the clean double headshot, and Toast just does not have an entrance. Okay, he'll get a nice shot. Looking to save the op, maybe. Wouldn't be the worst scenario. Oh, they're actually just going to go for it. He thought about it a lot. I mean, I was waiting to see what the decision was here.
Heads back on a little bit more straight. Ooh, that was dangerous, Simon.
Yeah, and Simon's still waiting around to make sure that he doesn't get too much information because he didn't want to go for the pinch, but he's already too low. He gets taken out. Meanwhile, the mid-force already stopped and slowed down. However, Spike has been dropped, so T1, they have to be able to pick it up. It's going to be the Omen Ultimate used to make sure that they are safe and away from opponent's territory. And now Sight taking over. You've got Izu with the Hunter's Fury all the way tucked away in wine as well. Alarm bot there to make him be safe. You don't know if someone's peeking out or not.
They're going to try to go for the double swing from heaven. It looks like, at least for now, this is doable. It's just going to depend on Izu and his timing. Some nanos pop to delay a little bit more. Two players underneath. Sylvan throws out a paranoia into nothing. Spin down, just shut down by Meteor. One more to go here. Toast spraying and praying, but Sylvan's going to get him from down below. And yeah, now we're starting to see that T1 synergy, the gelling.
And T1, they have the information that the op has been repositioned, but do they have much else? They're going to pick up the tempo right away off of that ping. They want to take him out, and Buzz is good for it. Stays alive on site. He's ready for Simon, but Simon gets the shot first. Still alive too, not quite able to track all the way to a third. Stax will force his way into the site. A 2v2, and Chichu watching for the flank. Doesn't let that curveball come through from Meteor.
It's going to have to be a massive play from Stax.
I mean, he's no stranger to it, especially on Ascent.
Yeah.
He's done some heroics, hiding right away from that recon. The lockdown will push him away. Turret to make sure that he's not pushing through. Door closed as well, so Stax doesn't really have an option. Just has to respect the space. Has the null command, but not going to be useful here in this 1v2. Not too much. Not much util on nobody. Is he ready for the high-low? They're spread out far and wide, and Chichu so fast. Feeling a bit safer at this distance. There's that pop flash. Oh, I've been in.
It's going to be tough now. Chichu trying to hold this angle. Oh, yeah. He's going to get taken down.
Ooh, that's the double swing of Potter. Okay, he switches to shorty just in time. Still alive with 7 HP. Buzz is going to be too happy about that one. But the round continues. 4v4. And EDG, not too many tools. They do have the double flash rise. They do have the recon. They do have the drone. But Izu with a Hunter's Fury stuck on the site. Does he use it preemptively to try to buy time? There it is. Potter's already gotten through it. And Simon, he's going to try to find an opening as well. Potter just trying to weave in and out. They're actually using this to their advantage, masking their footsteps. Now all in alley. There's the paranoia. Stax doesn't quite have an angle. He gets spotted, but not in time. His sight is cleared. Sylvan there to help save him as well. Stax still alive. 1v3. Toast in a similar situation. Can he change the difference this time? Stuck in the smoke, spot Stax, but can't get the kill, and it's just too many targets. Sylvan this time, bringing T1 to map point.
Yeah, this is just a really good...
In the gunplay, so far not looking bad. Moden trades back and forth, but he's just going to have to give up that space, and there's Potter. He's actually barely tries to stay alive, but the flash not timed well enough, and Meteor able to spam from afar. Now the site flooded. EDG, you're already out of options. I mean, we have Sylvan watching mid from A short. So mid to B rotation isn't an option. Meteor good for 3. It's just Meteor against EDG. He gets the ace. Right shutdown on B main. Nobody enters my home, he says.
Trying to get a little bit of info. Does catch Simon, so you know someone's over on this side. And what is going on here, Toast?
Oh, wow. Yeah, okay, well, they got that spot nice and early, I think. So they set up the smoke, they set up the flash, they just want to clear it. And they were ready for the counter peek as well. But eventually it just ends in a 1-1 trade. So no smokes on either side. This is for all those people who didn't like the Harbor Viper meta. No more smokes here for this round. And we'll see as T1 just go for a full rotate. Now, this has been T1's tendency throughout their attacking side is once we get shut down, we'll try to rotate faster than the other team. We'll kind of play off of tempo more than anything, make sure we have the numbers advantage. And this time it will work out, especially since it's a 4v4. Other times EDG seem to keep up the pace, but nobody all alone. And Buzz just walks out. Nobody was trying to get ready for a dash in, but Buzz just casually waltzes onto the site.
That's a huge win for Buzz, because that doesn't give EDG's reinforcements the time to get here to disrupt this execute. This is really, really, really nice for Buzz to get that kill. That's why you bring that player onto this team. That's why you spend the big bucks to get this duelist.
Yeah, and that off angle he's holding as well. Goes for the peek out, and look at the synergy from T1. Meteor there to cover, and T1 will take the first map win on their pick of Ascent after overtime. Set number round to see what you can do on the attack. It's just going to be an early hit onto A. No holds barred here. And it's going to be a quick drop down for Buzz. He's not quite checked at all. And with the ghost, he gets 2. Still holding them back with the paint shells. On for the 3rd onto the headshot. Now Buzz, he's even going to escape back right up into heaven. So Sylvan still safe on the site. Spike just can't make its entry, and look at Stax' position. He's already made it all the way through sewers as well. They are absolutely trapped here in this cage. And T1 closing in on it. Stax will get the double eventually.
Comfortable on this agent for sure.
Oh, he's been spotted. Meteor pushes out after being spotted. He still gets the kill, still is able to rendezvous out. Eventually gets taken down, getting maybe a bit too greedy as there's not any support left over there. Buzz will eventually refill it, and that's hard to suspect. Right there in the smoke, and Simon's just gonna jump right in. Bucky in hand, it seemed like. But that is EDG throwing bodies at the problem and not finding the solution as T1 will lead 2-0. For them, but he's taking too much damage through the wall. So we'll have to back out, and a nice pick off from Meteor right before the momentum comes through for the Rays. Potter now stuck. Paint shells keeping him trapped, and Stack spamming against it. Meteor still alive. And there, oh, no, the Headhunter not going to quite find the last kill. Toast now pushing in. Meanwhile, Chichu stuck on ramp, waiting for an opening, waiting for a pick. It's 2 angles, the double angle here for Toast. He's a little late on the trigger. We'll first of all reposition. No spike in hand for either member of EDG.
Yeah, that's the concerning thing right now is now you have to get there. Already able to work through there with that smoke in place. And here we go. Buzz is just going to dive right in looking for him. Toast trying to hold the line. Able to best Buzz.
Yeah, but there's a snake bite, just playing it safer. It is the bonus here for T1.
So with the judge, looking to try to get that shotgun going, see if they can find some kind of momentum, some kind of success to build off of. Izu going to play underneath Meteor's operator here, so this is really difficult to clear for EDG. Going to have to get that deep angle disrupted.
They're already down, though. If they can maybe get the wraparound against Meteor, maybe a bit of a surprise pickoff, but they don't spin Izu. That's a quick flick onto the second kill, and that gives the time for Meteor to peek right out with the operator. Once again, members stranded on EDG, separated, worlds apart. Simon trying to find the flank with the judge, but given that it's the judge, it's so hard for him to take the initiative here. And Toast try to draw whatever attention from B main. Try to get them to walk into the sight line. Sylvan caught a glimpse of the elbow, I think. Yeah, there's the last kill.
Playing up in that ropes area. So you want to try to get that baited out. Oh, noes.
What? Yeah, that was a bit of a mistake here on the timing, thinking the Trailblazer would have run out. They're already spotted. Potter goes in a little bit too deep ahead of the team. The snake bite completely cuts them off. And Stack still staying alive. Buys time for Sylvan to come in over from the rafters with the support. Stacks taking hits through the box, but just pretending that he's Paper Mario, staying alive there, right through the gaps.
He did such a good job reacting to that push. I mean, just the snap over to take down the entry, the reposition to get a second. Meteor. Ooh!
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's a hard one to read right up on that elevated platform. So Meteor not quick enough with that one, but I mean, sure you drop the op for the time being, but how are you going to actually get into the site? The smoke comes out, there's the paint shells.
Time.
Yeah, now with time, T1 knows that you just have to come in through main if at all.
10 seconds
so
left.
They will just wait, and then they'll exit with the operator, Stack securing that well ahead of time.
It's just, you know, even if you try to make this execute as EDG, you know there's a showstopper potentially coming around, and Buzz knows he can go gun hunting here.
Got the op here, watching all the way down A, and then you've got the showstopper up in heaven, and that gives time for Stacks to push out all the way in mid. So much space cleared, and you got a bit of a reaction out of A, so he's already going for the early pinch.
Oh, this is so scary right now for EDG. They're gonna have no clue.
Oh, and he hears all the footsteps as well, so he can send his teammates back. He's not quite gonna check for nobody, so this is maybe a bit of a wild card. Potentially an opening for EDG, but neither of them have really any idea of what the remaining forces look like. He's going to eventually hear the guiding light flying out on the minimap, but the main forces of both teams now prepped for a head-on fight on B site. EDG not quite aware of it, though.
So much of this is going to come down to Stax' timing. You know, is nobody going to come through there? Is he going to catch him? Is somebody going to push through Ramen? Is he going to, you know, be able to read that? He's in a tricky spot.
Yeah, and here comes the showstopper, but Buzz shuts him down after the decay, walking in through the poison cloud. Can't do much about that, but there is the Omen ultimate. So always there was that backup plan of going to the other side of the map. You already sent Potter there as well, but they have no idea that Stax is here this early. He's just going to let him pass. Trailblazer gives him time. He's going to pick off one. Already getting an angle onto Heaven, but doesn't quite get the hits onto Potter. Sylvan, he's not able to reposition quick enough, and this gives an opening. Potter now getting pinched by two members. Can he stay alive long enough? He weaves out of the cloud, but not able to find the kill. Now Meteor watching from above. Everyone's eyes trained onto the site. Chichu has to find the timing here before Toast goes down, but Toast not able to get the first kill. Now Chichu just has to hope that he's going to be able to get the spray all the way through the wall here against the spike. Stax is ready for it, and he swings out for a 3K.
0 and 2.
Maybe that was the real problem.
Yeah,
I was like, well, I thought
like,
I wasn't supposed to die. Like,
yeah. What game are we playing? It's a good spot.
All right, everyone spotted. Gets in ahead of the snake bite once again, the Blade Storm, but this time not finding the kill. And then it's Simon stranded all alone as well, not finding the same success with the Blade Storm this time around. And that's going to be the entry shut down from EDG. They invested as well to try to support that Blade Storm, but the Bulldog and the Guardian now finding themselves in a bit of an awkward spot, stuck in Garage.
Yeah, this is not what they were looking for there, but Izu again playing that very nicely, backpedaling with the snake bite. And now he's pushed forward right around the corner. Nobody. Oh, he just turned away at the wrong timing. I mean, Chichu's able to trade it with the Guardian, but
wants to find some of those extra kills. Doesn't necessarily need it, but he will find it. This time gets the flick up towards Chichu.
10 seconds left.
And EDG, all the things going wrong once again in this round, not able to find that elusive round win just yet.
Up towards Heaven, that's not too bad. Buzz, though, is actually going to change his angle. Oh, a good flash, but he still gets two?
He still antes it. He hears it coming. We saw his silhouette turn it right towards the wall, and then he just sprays down for the second as well. And that's what I was going to say. I mean, you can get up the ramp, but can you actually get into Heaven was the big question. And the talking screen comes up just in time to save Buzz, give him that opportunity to go for the anti-flash. Stax gets an inkling, not able to find the frag, but can they get the spike into a position? Sylvan continuing to hold the ground, and we still have Buzz alive up on Heaven as well. Chichu, so much to do. Him and Toast starting to break through, but there's still Meteor, the final boss, the operator, online. Paranoia comes out, he's past it. Tries to find his target, not getting it, but a Vandal at his feet. Ready to go. Shorty just to shut down the spike, and that's no time for the plant. Izu's just going to run away. Round win for T1, 10-0 lead.
Yeah, you just have to be so thrilled.
Not get cut off by that utility from the Viper.
Yeah, this is 2 more rounds to go in the half, and so crucial for EDG. The money is not good for a couple of the players, and for T1, especially with Buzz going with this judge, that guarantees that they're going to have rifles the rest of the way through. Probably an operator again, even.
He's just looking for the spray down, and Izu gets it. Headshot on, and Stax is there to back him up. 2 members just spraying down with the Phantoms. Phantom supremacy through those smoke. This is just one of those things that makes Split very difficult to attack into. Look at the timing from Buzz. He knows exactly what the jump's going to be. Peeks in, sprays through with the judge as well. Paranoia to help him push out even further into ramps. He's switched out to a Vandal. He wants it. There's the showstopper. Finally, he uses it and he gets the kill as well. Well, it's do or die time, but that is going to be the Omen spotted, pushed out with the paint shells, but Simon's there to make sure Buzz is the one actually trapped here on the A side. But a good distraction to allow T1 to enter onto B, but Potter's ready for it from above. Gets to Silva trying to stabilize, only a classic. Snacks still needs some time to gather himself onto B, have him provide some backup. Now that he's here, Sylvan getting ready to pick up that spike. 2v4 for T1. Can they get the perfect game here? A 13-0. No, not looking likely. EDG clawing their way back in just to survive.
Round was solid.
Yeah, there is still a long way to go. Tunnel still winding through the mountains as T1 looking for just a flood into the site. And look at that space created from Buzz, but still Stacks goes down, so the angle's not going to matter much. Good coverage from Chichu right on the side. Keeps nobody alive and still gets an extra kill for himself. Spike down, looking like a flawless as Potter lands the headshot with the Outlaw. But T1 right now still has some room for error, room for experimenting. Looks like it's just going to be another flood out, this time with no Yuto trying to sneak their way in. A good trade from Buzz. He's going to dash past it, create some space again. Constantly trying to hold these double angles on the entry, but loses out on that wide swing. Battle with nobody, and he holds his ground against 3. Simon with the cleanup with the judge, and EDG keep their hopes alive.
Yo, nobody. That was ridiculous. On the back of it, he took a little bit of damage for his trouble as well. And Trailblazer for Trailblazer. Buzz is going in with the shotgun.
Whoa!
He's got one.
Yeah, finds one. Can he get a second? He lands the shot. He's so weak. Potter just has to run. You have to hightail it out of there, and he will safely create some space. But now they've been completely shoved out. Spike has been dropped in mid, though. We'll see. Can they keep their eyes on an EDG? No, Buzz just swings out. Gets both. How does he slice up the angles like that? Potter all alone, 13 HP. Operator in hand. And Meteor ready to shut him down on his way over to the rotate. Meteor picks up the Bucky. I mean, he's so weak that the Bucky's probably the perfect weapon right now. And Potter, I mean, this is match point. You have to try. Here's that the spike is planted. It's on the other side.
This is nearly undoable. I mean, just so difficult for him with only 13 HP in particular. Oh, and there's a showstopper.
Yeah, just to scare him off as well, which is really going to slow down his advancement. You can see the panic coming through on Potter, but can he land the first shot? He's going to be able to weave in and out of it. But there's the Bucky at long range, and that will be T1 closing the match out 2-0 with a thrifty in fashion.